Hey there guys, SaintsKnight here, welcoming you guys back to the channel here with another TV show review. And today's television show that we are going to be taking a look at for you guys today is the fifth season in one of Netflix's most loved, most critically acclaimed shows, well, animated shows actually. I'm sensitive to feet here. Anyways, it is Bojack Horseman. Now, just to get this out of the way, there will be zero spoilers for the fifth season of Bojack Horseman, and no spoilers for the rest of the Bojack Horseman seasons. So, for those people that just want to watch it unspoiled, are free to do so. So this is just, and also, this is just my personal opinions. So just take this list with a bit of grain of salt, because not sure if you people can actually trust my word yet. If you can, yay! If not, then take this list with a pinch of salt. Because I know a lot of people didn't agree with my non-review. So, hey, as I say with all these reviews, take this with a pinch of salt. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to keep seeing more reviews on the channel, you know what to do. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's talk about Bojack Horseman. Now, aside from House of Cards, which, don't worry, we will be getting into in November. We will be getting to you at some point, House of Cards. Just you wait. But anyways, aside from House of Cards, Bojack Horseman is, and has always been my favorite TV show my favorite Netflix original TV show. Reason why? I love the characters, I love the animation style, I actually love the episodes as well, because a lot of the episodes are heartfelt, funny, emotional, and all that sort of stuff. And thankfully, I can now say that the fifth season of Bojack Horseman continues to trend left, but with the first series that's been so long ago, about 5 years ago. Wow, that goes to show how long the show will actually go on for. But anyways. But if you guys don't know about Bojack Horseman at all, well, first of all, what the hell are you doing? Go watch it. Second of all, if you don't have an Netflix subscription, get one, because you can get shows like Disenchantment, which if you want to see the review of that, link in the description down below. House of Cards, which we will be getting to later on in the year. And stuff like Riverdale and so on and so forth. But anyways, if you don't know what Bojack Horseman's about, it's basically about this guy, about this celebrity who was at the point of his prime and is past that. About him and his friends. Well, should I say friends? I'd say more acquaintances, people that he knows, being Todd, who started off with just this guy who just stayed in his apartment and never left. There's Mr. Peanut Butter, who's just basically a more the opposite of Bojack Horseman, and Diane, who is an interesting character because she progresses a lot through the rest of the seasons. I think particularly, even so in seasons 3 and 4, you see a lot of her progression. But of course, it's Bojack's story and throughout all this, and we just explore his life, trying to find happiness and clarity, which is sort of really thought-provoking, actually, which I actually have down here that this show, as well as this series, as well as the first 4, have really been thought-provoking, that really make you think about the world that we live in today, and the stereotyping that exists in the world, and the fact that not everyone's happy, and the fact and it just makes you think about a lot of things in your life that you wouldn't really think about that much. Which also, come to think of it, makes the show not only heartfelt, that makes you show a lot of emotion, but it also makes you emotionally intrigued. Now, by that I mean, of course, that your emotions, as you watch BoJack Horseman from start to finish, you'll be changing emotions quite often. One moment you'll be laughing because a joke is really funny. Next, you'll be curious. You'll be doubting yourself because you'll be thinking, am I living like this? Is this like me? Or you just be thinking. Throughout this series, throughout the show, you would actually be using your brain quite a lot. Now, I mean, there's no point in having a animated show without a little animated comedy. Should I call this comedy? An animated comedy, which is what it says on Netflix. Without without two main things. Well, three main things, actually. Acting, animation, obviously, and funny jokes. We'll start with the acting. Now, the acting, I mean, as again, a continuing through it with the rest of the seasons, Will Arnett plays plays Bojack Horseman perfectly. I mean, he as well as him, we've got Aaron Paul, who's plays Todd, and I don't know who the actors and actresses are who play Mr. Peanut Butter Diane or Bojack Horseman's agent Princess Carolyn, but they are really good. Especially, gotta give it props. Especially Amy Sudeikis, I believe it is, who plays Princess Carolyn. Because believe me, I mean, which leads me to another good thing about the show is that a lot of the characters didn't get progression or development. We weren't given a lot of depth. We're given that in this new in the new season because you could tell immediately. But still, Princess Carolyn was given a lot. Her story was developed more. Actually, every single character had their stories more tweaked and more perfected. You even you saw a lot of my two main sort of favorite story arcs are Bojack's story as he continues through his new TV show that he got, that he's currently working on. Todd, who has his own wee adventure, and Princess Carolyn, Princess Carolyn's is actually probably the most heartfelt, the most interesting storyline in BoJack Horseman. Actually, in the show, in this season, because I know it's a close one between Bojack and Princess Carolyn, but overall for me, Princess Carolyn's has was actually a little bit better, not by much, just by 0.001%, but that honestly does make a lot of difference for out of the overarching storylines. I like the fact that all of them actually converge and actually intertwine with another, which a lot of shows don't really do, especially animated shows. But that's what makes BoJack Horseman unique among the rest of the animated shows like Rick and Morty, Simpsons, Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, South Park, all those. This one actually has character and depth to it. And as well, it being a comedy show, it would be rather a miss if I went through all this review and talked about the last thing that I have down here, which is the jokes. Which, I mean, BoJack Horseman, the humor in that has always been... Actually, the jokes has always been on point, on topic, actually topical, and relating to the characters, which this thankfully continues that trend. Which I mean, hell, even some of the jokes in this I actually laughed out like loud a lot, whereas in like the previous seasons I'd go just like a wee weak laugh, or just like a small laugh, so that I don't disturb people. Whereas with this season, I was full on like bursting my guts with laughing, and that's a really good thing that for this TV show to have. Which to be honest is which if you're on Netflix and you want to binge watch it, do because this season is actually a pretty long one for a Netflix show. It's about 12 episodes, which means you could get with 12 shows at about 30 minutes ago, so you could get through it in a matter of hours. Really, it's a good way to kill your time, and it's a good TV show. It's a good TV show, and as well it'll challenge you actually with their intelligence. Anyways, time for the final verdicts now. Now I'm going to give season 5 of BoJack Horseman a solid 9 out of 10. It's by no means perfect, but it's not perfect, but it's so close to being perfect that I had to give it a 9 out of 10. I think, with the exception of the first 4 seasons of House of Cards, you know what I was going to say. BoJack Horseman is probably the best, actually one of the best, if not the best shows on Netflix currently. So if you haven't Netflix, go check it out just for this, or Disenchantment, or any of our Netflix shows. If you do have it and you haven't seen BoJack Horseman yet, what the hell, bruh? Go and watch BoJack Horseman immediately after this review. But so those are my thoughts. So that's what I think about BoJack Horseman. What about you guys? I would like you guys, actually, if you want to share your thoughts and your opinions about BoJack Horseman, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll go through as many of them as I can. But anyways, apart from that, I'm afraid that is all we have time for today. I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and before I forget, you may have noticed that there hasn't been Spider-Man, like couple of episodes of like F1 and the F1 2018 career mode and the Spider-Man Let's Play. The reason for that, unfortunately, is because my internet has been down for about it's going to be down for the next 3 weeks, so I'm afraid those gameplays will be delayed somewhat, unfortunately. But as for this, the reviews and so on, you'll still get like some reviews and some night worker every now and then. Actually, the reason why is because I'm currently in my college right now, so I can edit the videos, get it done, and put it up using the Wi-Fi here. Whereas my Wi-Fi in my house is gone for about in my recording booth is probably about 3 weeks. It's not going to be replaced till 3 weeks. So apologies about the lack of Spider-Man and F1 for the next 3 weeks. But anyways, apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next video. So until then, this is SaintsKnight, signing off.